Episode 15 of Season 6. He's got the Northstars Show. He's got the new one on there. Right there. Love it. In real time, Facebook Live. I'm Bruce Krentz, host of the show. Joining me now, Alex Murray. You had littered the score sheet on Saturday and showed up a couple times on Sunday as well. Some points, some penalties, lots of stuff going on. What happened this past weekend?
On a Saturday, we came on top over Southwest, score 6-5. Michael scored our first goal with a rebound from Nepatabo and Blacksmith. And then Monger scored from Stuckless and Galarneau. Rambo from Much and myself. Henry from Berard and myself. Then I had scored in front of the net there from Rambo and Henry. And Stuckless put the last one home from Dustin and Charles. Melstead got the win with 48 shots. And
someone had 6 PIMs.
Yeah, I don't want to say this, but I got some bad penalties. Yeah, I took 6 minutes.
Look, overall though, the team, I thought Saturday night kept the penalty minutes down, and I thought a lot of goals were hard-working goals in front of the net. It was they were giving up some rebounds, and sure. You guys were finding a way to put those in there.
Yeah, I mean whatever works, right?
That's how you got to do it. Absolutely. You got to fight for them. Sunday afternoon didn't go quite so well. 4-2 loss. What happened there?
We let 2 quick ones, I believe. I can't remember, but
it was.
Yeah, and then Stuckless, I think. No, it was Henry from myself and Calum off the boards there. I think Henry's shot went off the defenseman's stick or whatever, and then Stuckless got a one-time pass across crease from Albert and Parker. So we lost 4-2 that game. It was
still good games with these guys. I mean, it's too bad you didn't win them both, but good games for the fans for sure on the weekend.
Yeah, it was exciting. It felt good to get a win.
Nice to see. I know you had a few extra fans in the stands too. A bunch of people from Gillam down for the skating competition, and I saw a few hugs in the lobby and a few extra cheers for you. Feel pretty good to have some hometown folks in the crowd.
Oh yeah, it's always nice having your parents and people from your hometown come out. It's kind of pumps you up. You gotta show off a bit, you know. So,
well, certainly got you going on Saturday night. You showed up on the score sheet all over the place. You've been showing up on the show. It is his 10th appearance.
I don't know. You're probably around there.
Maybe not quite 10. You're getting
7
more.
or 8, yeah.
You're getting more camera time than me, like I mentioned. I'm Bruce Krentz, host of the show, but it's hard to tell really some days who's actually running this thing. Underneath the coat, tragically hip shirt. I didn't even bring the coat this time around because I thought this deserved a little extra boost. Gord Downey's birthday this week. I think he's turning 53. Every generation kind of has a soundtrack to their lives, I think, and the tragically hip for me that's it for me. I remember talking to some people older than me, Rolling Stones, right? I don't quite get the Rolling Stones, but I get the Tragically Hip. And I got a chance to see one of the shows this summer, and it was unbelievable. It's an experience I'll never forget. So I wanted to give a shout out to the hip and to Gord. So underneath the coat this time around, we're doing that. Behind the camera, Paul Anderson, a guy who went to back-to-back Garth Brooks concerts. The first one was so good, he turned around, got scalper tickets, walked right back in. 2 shows in one day.
Perfect.
It was pretty cool. I would have done that if they were offering a second show that night, but I think I was too exhausted actually. I was worn right out. Also coming up on the show, we've got a couple guys that reached 100 games. We got Venne and Stuckless on, so nice to see them. Calum Ross almost got there. He's going to run out of games.
Yeah, all his fights there.
It's true.
Thinks he's tough.
Playing a little scrappy, a little bit too much like the old man. Maybe his dad's on the show talking a little bit about the alumni room and an alumni game coming up. Maybe some of those guys will get to play. He was saying he might get a chance to play with Jory and Caleb.
Maybe, yeah.
And Pops, what a line.
Yeah, exactly.
Look out, someone's getting in a dust-up. We talked to Captain Galarneau, a little bit about his thoughts on the year, and I think that's it. That's a Northstars Show. Yeah. This one is going to be a beauty. It's episode 15 of Season 6 of the Northstars Show. Tristan Galarneau joining me now, Captain Galarneau, in place of the coaches segment this week. It's your last year with the Northstars, and so we wanted to get you on and just maybe get some thoughts on how do you think this year went. Obviously, you would have liked to have some more wins, but maybe give us a little glimpse inside the dressing room. Good bunch of guys. Did you have a tight bunch, lots of fun?
Yeah, it was a really good group of guys to play with this season. We didn't have the best season, but it was fun. So
it was good, and you've had a couple years here. Other teams were good as well. How did they compare? A more fun group, a more serious group this year? Any differences that you noticed?
this was a more serious group, but we were a lot closer together, I think. And last year, we just kind of partied more.
And it showed. You got more wins this year, see? So
Yeah.
you got to do that. What do you think? I guess just sort of looking back on this year, what the team did well, and maybe some of the things you could have improved on. But tell us, what do you think was good about playing with the guys this year?
I don't know. We won 7 games. That was good. I think we could have played. We could have won more though. I mean, we didn't play a full 60 minutes every game. But, I don't know. It was good overall.
It seemed like the team for sure had flashes in a lot of games against teams from the top of the league right down to the bottom where you played with them. I mean, as an example, beat Brandon, had a great period with the Wild not too long ago. So power play and penalty kill this year too, I thought were pretty good. What do you think?
Power plays really well. We score most of our power plays, I think, and our PK, we're killing a lot because we're always in the box, and we do a good job of that too.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Oh, yeah, always in the box for various reasons. Fighting might be one of them. So, looking back on your time with the Northstars, what's one of the highlights? What's one of the things that you look back fondly on?
Beating East, man. Always wanted to do that, and we did that this year. It was a pretty good feeling.
Felt pretty good. Individually, any highlights? I mean, you're a captain, you're a team guy, and we see that through and through, but if we got to pick on you a little bit, any individual highlights?
Getting the game-winning goal in Parkland in overtime. That was a pretty good feeling.
Team went nuts. You gotta feel good about that. And what are your plans for after this season? You got some hockey plans, school plans, working? What's on the horizon?
Probably gonna try out for the Bombers, see what happens there, and then might try and play with an MJ team too. Not sure yet.
See where that goes. Back home with the Bombers. How great would that be?
That'd be pretty sweet.
The family in the town would eat it up. We're hoping for big things out of that. I think that's about it. Any other thoughts just looking back on your Northstars? I mean, I'm thinking you're going to say that it was a good move. It helped you hockey-wise and in life.
I don't know. I don't know. It's good overall. Met a lot of great guys and stuff, so it was fun moving here, playing hockey here and stuff.
Perfect. Last one. Who are a couple of the guys that you grew closest to on the team? Who are the guys that you sat with on the bus and who you've got 100 streak on with Snapchat?
Probably Stuckless. Me and him have come from the same town, so we've been pretty close ever since. And Charles, I guess both my line mates grew pretty close to them.
You guys have been here for a while and spent some good time together. Thanks for a great career. Best of luck. Hopefully Flin Flon or something like that works out for you. It's Captain Galarneau here on the Northstars Show.
Hi, my name is Ethan Stuckless. I'm number 6 for my Northstars this season. My position's left wing. My hometown's Flin Flon, Manitoba. My elementary school is Ruth Betts, and my favorite player is Evgeny Malkin.
In minor hockey moment this time around, we've got Mike Ross, a pretty unique individual in the North Star organization right now. You were a North Star in what year? I'm putting you on the spot.
92, 93, 93, 94, I think.
I believe that. And career stats? More pims than goals?
Know. Definitely more pims than goals. I think I had 4 goals and maybe 7 assists or something like that.
Yeah, that was the inter-squad game. That was 3 fights in the inter-squad. And since then, you've put 2 boys through. I guess Caleb's not quite through the North Stars yet, but a couple boys that have participated. You and your wife, Brandy, super involved in the whole program. So top marks to you for staying involved. Quick Jory update, back in town, playing around here?
Yeah, Jory's finished playing his junior B days. He's back in town here playing in the beer leagues. So, he's going to try and go to school or, get a job. So this is the real world now.
It's all settling in. A beauty, a great North Star, and we're happy to have him back. It seems like we kind of reel them all back, and maybe we'll get them involved with the alumni sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you never know. We're always looking for volunteers, so anyway, alumni can help out the North Stars. We're always open for that. So
Always looking for them. We were going to do that at the end of the interview, but that's how we roll around here. We don't follow the script, so why don't we touch on that right away? There's lots of jobs that alumni and other people around can do. I mean, you guys got probably the marquee event. The marquee position is the alumni room during the games up in the Mary Fensky room. You and Longer kind of have that locked down generally, but always a bit of help there. Are there other things that people can do if they want to get involved?
Yeah, well, that's definitely one of them. You know, it's something I don't want to give up, but I know if
It's a fun gig.
it is a good gig, but I mean, I'll definitely give it up if somebody wants it. But yeah, there's tons of, we're always looking for more alumni to step up, and I mean, there's things we can help out with the Northstars and stuff like that. And definitely the more guys we have, the more we can do. So if there's any alumni out there that are, you know, looking to get involved, give myself or Longer a shout, and we'll set something up for you. And
Yeah, and I mean, a big part of it is just making sure that the program is around and that the guys have a place to play. I know it's special to you and to me and the kids that play right now, but beyond that, the alumni group raises a bit of money. They give a little something back to the Northstars along with their time, right?
yeah, all the money that we make goes back to the Northstars, and you know, if we can help keep the cost down for, you know, some of the kids coming, it's a great thing. So, you know, all the parents out there know how expensive hockey is. So, yeah, all our money goes back to the Northstars.
You've putting your second kid through, you know as well as anybody what it costs, and that's why you like to chip in the alumni room. And who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Been there during the game. So we do have an event that's coming up, Winterfest weekend. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on, how that came about.
Yeah, well, Mayor Dennis Foley, our councillor Dennis Foley, had called and asked if the alumni was interested in putting on alumni games. So what a better time to do it. So I've jumped on board with that. We're looking for players to play. So if any alumni are out there again looking to play in this game, give myself a shout and get a hold of me somehow, and we'll get you in the lineup somehow.
Dust off your gear. I've been to a couple of the alumni games, and you're right, not everybody gets equal ice time. This isn't novice. Some of the guys, if you haven't played a lot, you only have to take a Wayne Gretzky style couple little dips around, but if you're in shape, you get to play a little bit more usually.
Oh yeah, I'm just hoping to get one shift there. It'll actually be neat because I think Jory's going to play, and Calum by then, he's going to be alumni, so all three of us will get to play together.
What a great night. Maybe it could be Team Ross against Team Laycock. They could try to bring all those guys out. We could put Glennie out for about 10-second shift and then straight up to the alum room.
Yeah, if we can get him out of the alumni room to come and play.
So we've had a few games in the past. This isn't probably the very first. In fact, for sure it isn't the first time we've done this and been successful. There was some at Christmas time, and then one that was associated with hometown hockey too. And I think hometown hockey to me sort of revitalized this idea of sort of a community game and an alumni game. Do you think so?
Yeah, that was definitely a great event. Although I wasn't able to take part, I was coaching at the time, but I heard lots of great stories. I watched a lot of the great interviews, some of the great players that came back, and the whole weekend turned out to be a great weekend.
Yeah, it was like you say, that whole weekend was fantastic. The sort of the game that we had, and then the alumni game there too was great. A couple more games going on. I know they're not your game, but during Winterfest weekend, the city's put together a couple. Can you tell us about the other games too?
Yeah, well, I just found out tonight. I guess they're going to have what's called the Guns and Hoses game, and that'll be love it too. And that will be the RCMP taking on the firefighters, and then they have something pretty cool coming up on the Sunday of Winterfest. I think it would be the February 26th, and it's going to be the current Northstars. They're going to sort of run something fun for the kids. So any kids that want to take part, they'll, have to keep on the Thompson website or their Facebook page or whatever to see what the details are going to be. I think they're going to be coming out with the details shortly.
Should be great, and a great way for them to sort of end off the season and to give a little bit back. And I know there's lots of kids. There's a bunch of kids running around right here that would love to get a chance to skate with the Northstars and chat with them. Kids really look up to them. So we're looking forward to the alumni game, Winterfest weekend. The weekend is the last weekend in February, I think, right?
Yes, February 25th weekend. It was the Northstar alumni game is the 25th, 6 o'clock Saturday night. Come on out and check out all the old alumni.
the good and the bad, the alumni that just came back from
ugly.
Junior B and some that played Junior B in the 80s. We got that game coming up. We're always looking for volunteers, and we're always looking for people to support the alumni room during the games. Mike Ross, thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you guys. You guys do a great job.
Thanks. It's 2-on-1 with Michael Venne and Ethan Stuckless. These guys are headed for a pretty big milestone. Well, you got it. You're on your way. So 102 games you've got under your belt with the North Stars. You got 100 coming up as long as nothing totally zany happens in the next little while. Don't let any black cats cross your path. Watch it. Yeah, don't go out if there's lightning, nothing like that. So circling back, we were just talking about it a little bit, but tell these guys, you remember your first game with the North Stars?
Yeah, it was against Brandon, like a long time ago. Like I was so long, barely remember. But yeah, it was like I had to go like first game, first shift, first everything, and you know like the nerves are crazy. Like I don't know, pretty hectic.
Probably felt super fast. The game, I'm sure, has slowed down a little bit for you now. Are you just as excited and pumped up for the games now, or is it kind of feeling a little old hat to you?
No, always excited. I just love the feeling, the adrenaline on the ice and stuff. It's always fun, always a good time.
Nerves getting going, and you're headed for game number 100 right away. First road trip, remember that? How did it feel getting on the bus with the guys? A little nervous, not know what to do with yourself, or same thing, you strolled on there like king of the hill?
Yeah, I was a little nervous at first, but me and Michael here, we shared a bus seat together, so it was a lot easier being with the guy that I knew, so it helped there, but with all those older guys and everyone I didn't know, just a new team, it was different for sure. And being away from home for the first time at 15, it was fun though, lots of fun. Best 3 years I've had in my life for sure.
Perfect, and I know you don't stay here all year long, but Thompson's starting to feel like home a little bit. Is it an okay place to be for part of the winter?
Oh yeah, I love it here. It's so much fun, except for the weather sometimes. It's a little cold, but other than that, it's good. Nah, a little different. You guys got more wind than us.
It is different. I would have never believed it, but it is a little cooler here. Just before we get to the questions, we're going to drill you with some questions. But favorite North Star moment so far?
Very first to win. That was crazy. Like just on like a drought too, like not winning for a while, and then getting that first one at home. It was awesome.
Crazy big crowd cheering and the whole thing, just the way you pictured it.
Yeah, sure.
As you were falling asleep at night. And you, favorite North Star moment?
Scoring my first AAA goal in Pembina Valley. That was the best moment I've probably had.
Changed the kid.
And
Changed him. He's not the same. He's never been the same since.
Got that one taste. It's like the rock star that did his first song on stage, and he just never turned back. Talk us through the goal. What did it look like?
I said it earlier a couple of years ago on the show, but Jack Clinton won it back. Lance Laycock won it back to Jack Clinton. He went around the net, chipped it up to Braden Pollock, I think he was. He chipped it up to me, and then I went end-to-end, dangled the defenseman a little bit, and then put a top shelf. That was about it. He was on the road. Yeah, he was on the road, so he didn't get on tape.
Yeah, it was just something like that.
That wasn't with no filming there. Like highlight reel that wasn't on tape.
We're actually going to go back and see how you described it last time, because it's probably growing and growing. Last time it was one that went in, and now it was you dangled both teams twice. I love it. So it's 2-on-1. We're going to hit you with some hard questions here, see how you make out with them. This one from Jay at Safeway. If you could have a signed jersey from anybody in the NHL, who would it be?
Steven Stamkos, because he's my favorite player, and he's awesome. He's pretty cool. I met him once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And nice guy, gotta be.
Oh, always, yeah, of course.
Give you any advice? Did he impart some sort of massive wisdom on you?
No.
Eat right and exercise?
No, it's just pretty quick, like just at the Jets game when I was younger.
Nice. I like it.
Biggest enemy in the league.
I'm gonna have to say Hunter Buzzy because he kind of broke my collarbone, but other than that, I'm trying to keep it friendly on the ice. You know, I just want to make friends.
That's a good question. Do you have a go-to McDonald's meal? If you roll into the drive-thru and don't have time to think about it, what do you go to?
Definitely crispy chicken snack wraps, ranch, always. Those are go-to. Goat.
A no doubter. I like the feta egg wrap.
Favorite shootout move?
I don't usually get put in the shootout.
But if you did, when you practice in practice, what do you go to?
Through the legs. I always try to pull those out. Scored on Melstead a few times. He'll say I didn't, but I did.
I've witnessed.
True story. Pilon says no, it never happened. Not true. Give us your top 3 guys that you've played with on the North Stars over your career. You can't pick him because that's just fishing.
Calum, he played our first year too. He won't hit 100, but we played together since like I was young.
Bummer on a couple injuries and some suspensions for Calum. He could have been there.
Since novice, same with Charles too, a long-time teammate, great guy too, and I'd say Keith Blacksmith back when we played PWA together, that was a cool year, definitely. Kid from out of town we had to call up and he scored lots of goals.
Brought in a ringer.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great.
What do you want to see happen with the team before you end your career as AAA?
I just pull out a win or two in the next 4, but other than that, just fun, just more fun,
Any plans for the future?
Any plans for the future? Like after hockey?
Yeah.
School. I'm going to go to school, I think. But we'll see what happens come spring. Maybe I'll go to some camps, maybe fall too. See what happens. But right now, it's definitely school is the route for me.
Someone wants to pick you up. I think that's a good finishing question. I wanted to go one more, but that's just too good. Put a bow on it. That's why these guys made 100 games. You guys got it all figured out. Ethan Stuckless, Michael Venne, congratulations, guys, on lots of games and a great North Star career. Episode 15, Season 6 of the Northstars Show. Shout out to the Tragically Hip. We didn't even wear the coat. It's Gord Downey's birthday. We just cannot let that slide by. In case you missed it last week on the show, Super Dab by Alan Coley. We've been trying to get someone to do one of their dance moves all year long. Nobody would do it. Kelsey Pollock brought that up partway through the season. Finally, Coley came through huge for us. Also, in case you missed it, we had Val Mimko on, who did a girls' weekend 2 weeks ago. Unbelievable numbers. She put an incredible picture on Facebook of all the girls gathered. They had a bunch of pink jerseys and other jerseys. It was stellar. We had the figure skaters on last week, too. I got a chance to come down and check out a little bit of their competition. Man, it was fantastic. Get onto YouTube, get onto the Shaw Facebook account, and check out some bits and pieces for all of those. I want to thank all of our guests on the show today. Alex Murray, talking to us about what just happened here. He had a big weekend last weekend. He was on the score sheet 9 times. Unbelievable. Some of them better than others, but he showed up all over the place. I want to thank a couple guys that got 100 games this, coming up. Michael Venne and Ethan Stuckless, a couple of great North Stars. Great chatting with them and looking at some of their memories and the friendships that they made. We talked to Captain Galarneau, and it's all right here. Oh, Mike Ross. Almost forgot about Mike Ross. North Star legend, really. He played back in the mid-90s. He's put 2 boys through the program. He works tirelessly along with the ALumni guys to raise some money and to do some great things for the North Stars. Check out the ALumni room and all the other good stuff they do. It's all here on the North Star Show. This weekend, we've got 2 North Star games. We're going Saturday night, 7:30, and Sunday afternoon at 1:30. We've got the Wild playing Friday night and Saturday afternoon, and the Wolves playing Saturday, Sunday. There is no end of hockey action down here at the CA Nesbitt. We're finishing out the year in high style, in the rink, and right here on Shaw TV. It's the North Star Show.